Smart trader, our structure is the whole thing in the market. If you don't understand market structure, you are going to be gambling in the market. Recently, one of my community member reached out to me and he was like, David, I have put all my listing after waiting patiently for the setup to materialize. I still get stopped at that. What is the reason? And I told him that you are missing something and this is structured. You are missing structure. So I want you guys to understand that first thing, if you come to the market, the question you should ask yourself, where is the direction of the market? Don't just look at the present formation of the market. You know, understand? We always look at the past to judge the present. You understand? So even in life, you have to look at the history. Sometimes they say history doesn't repeat itself, but sometimes they rhymes, you understand? So you can use it to judge the this thing, the market, you understand? So if you look at this example right here, you will discover that this market is moving towards the downside, right? The whole this thing, the whole order flow is moving towards the downside. Though, so there will be no, how do you know if the market is moving towards the downside? You can simply know by the subsequent break of structure or the series of break of structure that happens here. You understand? Look at it. At any moment, the market is breaking structure towards the downside. Whenever it breaks structure, it moves back and aggressively pull back a little bit and aggressively it move down again. You understand? Break structure here, move towards the upside a little bit and aggressively push towards the downside. Same here, it breaks structure here, pull back a little bit, take out this internal liquidity and move aggressively towards the downside. So that is how the market typically moves, you understand? And you want to follow the market in that reading. You don't want to, when the market has established a bearish order flow, you should not have any reason to go and be buying the market. Look at this example now. Let's say you are to buy from this level here because of this fake signal that the market will give you. You want to continue buying when you have seen that the market is breaking structure towards the upside, towards the downside, and you want to buy from this level here. Look at what will happen to you. Let's say you enter here, you understand, you enter around this level and you want to buy. Do you think you win the market targeting? If you want to buy targeting this the external liquidity right here, do you think you win the market? No, the market will come and stop you out around this level. It stop you out immediately and continue pushing towards the downside. So you want to establish the direction of the market before you start doing anything in the market. Look at this example of Euro USD and the board right here. You can clearly see that. Look at this example. Euro USD has equally proven that it is in a downtrend because look at it. It broke structure here, you understand? Look at this clean structure that it broke around this place, you understand? Some people will be thinking, oh, I want to go and buy, and they will be stopped out because the market is in a downtrend. Look at it, the market broke structure here, pull back. This little pullback is just a pullback, but they don't know. It's just to pull back into this other block here. You understand? Pull back into this other block and start selling towards the downside. But they will come. They will some amateur trader will be thinking that this buy is going to go towards the upside, and that is why they continue being stopped out in the market. You understand? They'll jump into the trade thinking that the market is pushing towards the upside, right? And boom, what do you see next? They are being stopped out, right? So this is what you want to avoid in the market, you understand? You want to avoid this type of trade setup, you understand? Look at it again. The market continue pushing towards the downside and some people still be putting their buy position here. What will happen here is that this market will come down and take them out of the market. So you have to know the overall picture of the market. Where is the order flow? These are the questions that you need to ask yourself. You have to read the order flow of the market. Before now, you can see the market has been doing a steady upward flow, order flow towards the upside before we had a change around this place. And once the market has given you that change, you don't need to argue with the market. You have to follow it and use it effectively. You understand? So structure is one of the key things that you must use if you want to grow in the market for the long term. You understand? If I show you any other pair it is the same thing. If I show you gold, for example, it is going to be the same thing. You understand? So if the gold have shown you that, okay, look at this particular example, you can see clearly that at any given moment the market is pushing towards the downside. Look at it. The market is going towards the downside aggressively. So there's no need to go and be buying the market. If you want to buy the market at this point, when the market has given you the liquidity sweep here, look at this beautiful liquidity sweep around this place, you understand? Before now, the market is pushing towards the upside. So the presence of this liquidity sweep give us a clue that the market will likely start pushing towards the downside. And that is exactly what happened. After the market pushed towards the downside, creating this a new lower low, you understand? It creates another lower high and towards the upside. And boom, what do you see? It comes down again, create another lower high, and it continue printing that lower high towards that lower low towards the downside, lower low, you understand, lower high, continue towards the downside. So you should not have any reason to go and be buying the market around that point. If you want to buy, this is what exactly will happen to you, you understand. If you want to buy from this level, let's say you put your stop loss right here, targeting this external liquidity here, the market will not even reach the external liquidity before it starts going towards to the downside. You understand? It is going to use the external liquidity right there as a resistance. It is not going to touch it. You understand? So that is why one of the reasons why you should never trade against the trend. And how do you know that you are not trading against the trend? First of all, you have to use maybe the higher time frame to know your direction. Then once you come to the lower time frame, like the 4 hour and the 1 hour, you want to equally establish structure. Where is the market? Is it trending? Is it a ranging market? These are the questions that you need to ask yourself. You understand? Ask yourself this question and ask yourself, where is the latest break of structure or change of character? These are the questions that you need to ask yourself. You need to ask yourself this question before you continue doing anything in the market, right? I hope this answer your question right there. So anytime you're in the market, please kindly check the direction of the market before you start buying or selling the market. Because if you don't do that, you are going to be stopped out. You are going to be your stop loss is going to be taken at any given moment, and this is not what you want to repeat itself in the market. Because at the end of the day, we are all here to make money. You understand? First of all, understand the trend. You understand where the market is flowing to. You understand? In this case, you can clearly see that the market is pushing towards the downside. So there will be no any reason once you know that, okay, look at this place now. From this place towards the downside, you can see clearly that the order flow has been a steady set towards the downside. You understand? So you should not have, even if you are buying, you know that you are just risking it. You know that you are not buying for the long term, just maybe to risk a little bit of your money. You understand? Because look at it at any moment, look at what the market did at this point. It is breaking structure towards the downside, breaking structure towards the downside. So you should have no reason to go and be buying this type of market. You should look for a place to enter for a sell. You understand? You understand? So always look for the direction of the market. Don't just go and be trading against the order flow. You understand? You can clearly see the order flow. Some of you be like, sometimes the market will not give me a nice break or structure or a nice order block. Let me show you one thing to use to know where the order flow is moving to. When you look at the chart critically, you discover that for you to know the direction of the market, first of all, you have to paint the impulsive candle. Here is the impulsive candle. This is the impulsive candle here. And they are printing towards the downside. So that is another clue for you that, okay, the market is pushing towards the downside, because at any moment it is printing a strong sell towards the downside, a strong selling candle or bearish candle towards the downside. So the order flow remain bearish for you. So even if the market returns to it, you know that you are still in a selling pressure because the momentum is favoring the sellers. You understand? These are the things that you can equally use whenever the structure is not giving you a clean break of structure, but you can use the order flow. You understand? When it comes to order flow, you can use the impulsive candle, mark the impulsive candle, look at the impulsive candle. Where is the most impulsive candle flowing towards? Is it towards the upside or towards the downside? Once you know this thing, then you know that okay, the price is gravitating towards the downside or towards the upside, as the case may be. So if you want to learn more, if you want to join our community and learn more from us, so I will see you next time. Subscribe to this channel